By now, you've read the title of this video and you know we're going to be talking all about how to sell your first online workshop. And you're probably wondering, Galen, you're a web designer. What do you know about selling online workshops? Fair question. And while most of my income does come from designing websites for clients, I do sell quite a few digital products and online courses, including, yep, you guessed it, workshops. And since I started my business many moons ago, I have actually sold over $160,000 worth of online courses, digital products, and workshops. And out of everything that I have sold, workshops are by far the easiest to get started with. Why, you ask? Because the tech is relatively easy compared to building out an online course, and it also takes way less time than building out an entire online course from scratch. You can go from idea to live workshop relatively easily, and it's a great way to validate an idea for a course that you might want to build out in the future. Speaking of online courses, I do want to mention that none of these quote unquote passive income streams are actually passive in any way. All of them require a lot of upfront work to get things up and running, and then they require maintenance to make sure that the content is still relevant and up to date. And then they also require ongoing marketing to make sure people find out about your digital products and actually have the opportunity to buy them. This idea of passive income, and anybody who tells you that you can do something once and make money forever, is completely lying to you. Sorry to burst your bubble. I will say, however, that these digital products and marketing funnels are more passive than, say, one-on-one services. So there's that. Today we're going to go over a few simple and low-tech options for you to launch your first ever online workshop and chase that elusive, almost passive income. First up, you need a place to actually host your live workshop. Where are you going to go live so that people can see your pretty face, or just your screen if that's what you're going for? I've probably used almost every single tool under the sun to create and launch an online workshop, and I would say the simplest one is YouTube Live. It's completely free for starters. That's a fantastic benefit, and it's really easy to set up. People can watch you live, engage, and leave comments, and then afterwards you have a recording to refer back to. You can also then take that recording and sell it as a replay to your workshop in the future. Now, to actually get your face onto YouTube Live, you're going to want to use a streaming tool. My favorite is Ecamm Live. It's a pretty affordable tool. Right now it's priced at $20 a month, or you can just do their free trial and check out all the features and see if it's a good fit for you. Ecamm Live makes it really easy to schedule your live ahead of time, set everything up. You can add your own branding if you'd like. You can even record with an HD camera. Currently, I'm using the Canon R8 mirrorless camera to record this YouTube video, and this is the exact same camera setup that I would use if I were going to go live on YouTube. I'm actually recording this in Ecamm Live right now, so you don't just have to use it for going live. You can also use it just for recording stagnant videos. It allows you to really easily switch back and forth between your face or sharing a screen. It allows you to pull up photos or branded elements into your live stream, and you can also even pull up comments from your live viewers and display them on the screen as you answer their questions. If you're not looking to pay for a tool like Ecamm Live, you can also check out OBS, which is a free solution. It's a little bit of a trickier learning curve to get started with that one, but definitely worth checking out. I'm going to include links to both of these in the description below this video. Next, you need to figure out how you're actually going to charge money for your workshop, unless you're doing it for free, and that's cool too. But I'm assuming we're actually trying to make money here, so let's talk about a few different tools that you can use to get somebody to pay for your workshop. My personal favorite checkout software is called ThriveCart, and I love it because it is a one-time fee rather than a monthly recurring fee. I don't know about you, but I have so many different recurring charges in my business that it's really nice to be able to take one thing off of that list. I will say it's a little bit of an upfront investment, but if you plan on selling other digital products, courses, workshops in the future, it's a great thing to have in your business toolbox. They have a bunch of different checkout templates that you can choose from. You're able to customize all of them. You can even add an upsell. So for example, if you wanted to sell your workshop, but then after somebody's purchased, you wanted to upsell them into one-on-one consulting, or maybe have them purchase an additional digital product, you could do that really easily through ThriveCart. I use Kit for my email marketing, and I love that ThriveCart integrates directly with Kit so that when somebody checks out and purchases a product, I'm able to add them to my email list and follow up with them as necessary. I'll include a link to ThriveCart below below this video if you want to go check it out and get their lifetime deal. I will say if you are already using a tool like Kit for your email or even Flowdesk, they both have built-in checkout options. They're much more simplistic than something like ThriveCart, but they will definitely work in a pinch. In Flowdesk, you can choose checkouts in the top nav and then go through. They have a bunch of full sales page templates as well as simple checkout templates to choose from. And then for Kit, you're going to go to Earn in the top nav bar, click on Products, and you're able to add your own product there. Whichever checkout platform you choose, you're going to need to use Stripe, which is a credit card processor, to actually process your payments. So ThriveCart, Kit, and Flowdesk all offer the checkout experience, and then Stripe is what actually takes the credit card number, charges the end user, and then puts that money in your bank account. Stripe accounts are free to sign up for. They just charge you processing fees when the payment actually goes through, and that's very standard across all payment processors. When you set up your Stripe account, it's pretty straightforward, but you're going to have to enter some tax information for your business. So that way, if you make enough money, you can receive a 1099K at the end of the year to pay taxes on all the income that you made from selling your workshops. Step 3 is to actually market your workshop. And this is a really fun part. I will say though, that when it's your thing that you're selling and promoting, you can feel like you're talking about it all the time and everybody must be so sick of hearing you promote this workshop that you're selling. But when in reality, you're probably the only one that's sick of hearing about it, because most people only pay attention to little bits and pieces of what you're putting out there online. They might just see one social media post or one story or open one email newsletter. It's very unlikely that they are opening every single piece of content or viewing every single piece of content that you put out there. So it's good to talk about it. Keep talking about your workshop, keep promoting it across all the channels that you regularly show up on. The more consistent you are, the more repetitive you are, the more likely you're going to get people to actually sign up. And you don't just have to constantly say, buy my workshop, buy my workshop. You can do things like share behind the scenes videos of you working on your workshop or getting ready for the workshop. You can talk about what you're going to be sharing in the workshop, who it's for, why they should care, how is it going to benefit them. You could break down, maybe, if you're covering one topic and there's a subtopic within that workshop, break it down in a story, share little bits and pieces of educational content, get them really excited, and use the workshop as your call to action for that next step to continue learning with you. And the marketing doesn't just stop there. Once somebody has actually signed up for the workshop, it's a great idea to continuously send them email updates between the time when they register and when the live workshop is actually happening to help improve your show up rates. Send teasers via email, get them excited for what you're going to be talking about at the workshop, and remind them about the date and time so they don't forget. Especially if you're marketing to people in multiple time zones, make sure you stress what time the workshop is happening and share which time zone you are talking about. There's a free calendar tool that I use that actually helps you send out a link that creates a calendar invite with all the details of your live workshop so people can add it to their calendar and put a placeholder there so they don't book anything else during that time. I will link that free tool in the description below. Everything we've talked about so far is a great way to get started selling your first online workshop. But if you are looking for more of an all-in-one platform, there are two that I recommend. The first one is Circle, and I absolutely love this platform. It's what I personally use for my own business now. And if you are somebody who wants to have a community around your business or a community around your workshop, or maybe at some point offer online courses or a group program, for example, Circle could be a really good fit for you. They have a built-in checkout experience, so you could use that to sell your workshop. And then once somebody is added to your Circle community, you can give them access to specific spaces based on what tier they purchased. Or in your case, you could just create the online workshop as an event in Circle and give someone access to that event space so they can watch live when you are ready to host. I should also mention that you can just go live directly within Circle. You can use Ecamm Live if you want to use an HD camera like I'm doing here, or you can just go live into Circle like you would on a Zoom call. If you do want to check out Circle, you can use my affiliate link. It's localcreative.co circle. And if you sign up with that link and you want to know how I stream directly into Circle, you can send me an email at support@localcreative.co. Let me know you signed up and I will shoot a free training over to you so that you can, again, see kind of the behind the scenes of my business. Another all-in-one platform that I really like for hosting events is called Crowdcast. I've used it in the past for my own business. I will say for the price, I don't think you get as much as you do for something like Circle, which is basically an all-inclusive online course workshop platform. For something like Crowdcast, it's just specifically for events, and they do charge a pretty high transaction fee for selling a workshop versus offering one for free. That said though, it's just one platform and they automate everything from event reminders to the sign up process to accepting payments, and it's really easy to just go live from directly within the platform. Some of you might be thinking, why don't I recommend Zoom for hosting your workshop? And while I think it can be a great option, it's pretty expensive if you're going to upgrade to the webinar tier. And if you're just hosting a regular event in Zoom, but selling it as a workshop, I don't love that everybody's kind of on screen with you. They can unmute themselves, they can start talking, they can have their videos on. It kind of depends on what type of workshop you're looking to host. But typically for me, I want to be on stage in the room, the virtual room, and I want to be speaking to the audience. They can chime in the comments, but I don't necessarily want everyone else's video popping up next to mine. So totally optional. Some people might find that that works really well for them, but Zoom isn't my first choice as a workshop platform. So there you have it, 3 simple steps to launch your first paid online workshop. I'm so excited to see what workshops you're coming up with. Let me know in the comments below, send a link. I would love to go check them out. Thanks so much for watching. If you want to hear more behind the scenes tips like this, let me know. I can't wait to hear from you, and I hope to see you in the next video.